Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday the 18th of June. So, just a reminder, if you want to join us in our live trading room, you can do for the next 2 days. Just send Sam an email. That's sam@easytrader.com, and she will set you up and give you a link and password, etc., so you can join our trading room for 2 days free of charge, just to see if you like it or not. There we go. Right, just looking at the markets then, the euro dollar, and well, yesterday it tried getting back towards its weekly pivot. Today it looks like it's might get there a bit more. Funny old bit of price action here, and I do wonder whether it's got the strength to go much beyond that, but of course we've got the Fed meeting on Wednesday evening, and that could be quite a game changer. In the meantime, looking at this 60-minute chart, well, it looks like it could be pushing up towards that weekly pivot. I am looking, of course, at the potential downside. There's a, dare I say it, a bit of a head and shoulders pattern, the thing kicking in there, the shoulder. Now if this starts breaking down, it'll pop the other shoulder and you could trade the neckline, but that would take us down towards the S1 area, daily S1 area there at 112. If that were to happen, maybe, and break, but at the moment it looks like it could be on for its daily R1 stroke, then onto the weekly pivot. So has a good probability of being hit in that weekly pivot. So it looks like it at the moment. However, all things often change at 8 o'clock. So beware. We've got Draghi speaking at 8 as well. He's opening a meeting at somewhere else, due to speak at the ECB forum on central banking in Sintra. So there you go. He's speaking today, and then we've got Carney speaking in that same old meeting, I believe, later on. Yep, in Sintra at 2 p.m. So we go, central banking. In between that, news-wise, we've got German ZEW economic sentiment. That's quite key. So watch out for 9 o'clock again. That may change things. At the moment it came in at minus 2.1 last time. Expected to come in even worse at minus 5.7, so that could spoil the euro one way or the other, or even push the euro for a little bit. Okay, and of course we've got the Fed meeting on Wednesday evening, and traders may be getting into positions or out of positions beforehand. So there we go, that's the euro. Looking at the pound, and let's just rush through these now. He says rush through, move through at a reasonable pace. So yesterday we managed to break the previous lows there, and well, it does look a bit soft. There's arguably probably on some softer, there you go, some longer term indicators there. A bit of divergence kicking across there on the pound, just needless to say by the shape of the pattern there. Now we could get a bit of a reversal where it sits there at the moment and push up. It looks a bit off. It's into its weekly S1 area, but I'm not overly convinced. But daily pivot, R1, weekly pivot, this all could be done maybe on Wednesday evening, but at the moment it's slow. I was just looking a bit. It looked like there's a bit of divergence, but there isn't any divergence on this hourly. That is a lower RSI reading on this movement here. I always like a second opinion. Nope, that's not giving me a divergence either. There we go. So no divergence sitting there on the pound, but it has got the draw of the pivots there, which may see it pitch up a little bit further. Watch for those points. I was looking for it to sell into yesterday. It really didn't do a lot yesterday, did it? It pitched up towards its 21 there, got a bit oversold beforehand, couldn't even make it up to the 50 though, let alone the daily or weekly pivots. So that's the pound, which suggests weakness. And dollar yen, well, the dollar yen has just come out of this a little bit. You just see it looks like it's about to break. There's a trend across the lows there, and maybe it may try and go a little bit early and break this area. But again, this would be possibly where some money would go for as seen as a small of a safety trade, maybe subject to what the US dollar is going to do, and it may run towards the yen. So it's sort of heading that way at the moment. Big sell-off overnight there. of the US dollar against the yen. It looks like it's, as I say, further downside. Maybe get a bit of support sitting around the 108.20 area. It's had it before around that level, so just watch out if you are on the looking for the short side there. Yen, Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar is a bit like the pound at the moment, weakish and continuing to sell, building up some momentum maybe in that, and it's just such a beautiful chart to look at if you're already short. Not so great if you're trying to get short. Maybe there's some opportunities if you get up early. Yesterday it got into its daily pivot nicely, back into that 21, broke the trend line there and sold off for the rest of the day. Looks like it's in the wrong session to do that now. Maybe it'll pull back towards its daily pivot and do similar, but we'll see. But soft at the moment. It could be another one that turns. Canadian dollar stalled here in terms of its movement. It looked like it was going to do better. Originally it sold off the previous week. Last week, well, it just rallied most of the week, and a lot of currencies gave way to the US dollar. Where to from here? It is one of the stronger pairs fundamentally, but it hardly looks like it when you're looking at this 4-hourly chart and 60-minute charts. They're really not doing it a lot of favours. It has really stalled there. Maybe more upside, it looks, but any change tomorrow would see that coming off. So that's that. And finally, let's have a quick look at the S&Ps daily wise. Again, another day of just horribleness. I would suggest it's just consolidated in these phases and not really showing its hand at the moment. Again, probably waiting for the Fed meeting tomorrow. There you go. So at the moment the weekly pivot's still underneath. Maybe we'll see a bit more of a sell-off beforehand, but there we go. Right, so as I said, if you fancy coming to the trading room for a couple of days, Charlie's in there this morning, I'll be there this afternoon, and then tomorrow I'll be in the morning and Charlie in the afternoon, and Charlie's going to be trading the Fed meeting with you guys. So have a great one. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.